All right, guys, welcome back. So I went to locals yesterday. We have like this 8 tournament series that we have going on at our locals. So basically, like if you get first at any of these 8 events, you then pass on to stage 2. Then top 8 will end up playing for like a grand, which is pretty cool. Like that's pretty cool. Unfortunately, I only got 4th place. There was 6 rounds of Swiss, and there was no top cut, but it was super fun. Like one last minute change was huge. Like you see what I mean? Okay, so first off, we're playing Donald Walker. This card's like one of the best starters the deck can have. It just sets up so much. Sets up your ruler play. It discards. It lets you have some doppel plays to play around like Veilers and Imperms. Nibiru can be kind of an issue, but still, nonetheless, that's just what combo decks have to, I guess, face. Then of course you have your synchrons. This hasn't changed. This ratio has not changed, and I don't think it'll ever change. It's just too good. You have your triple starter synchron, your triple junk synchron, just really good. Like this is good for the grand game. Of course you have overtake, so like you're always gonna have access to this guy. But like the fact that you can mill it off ruler is why you max him out, because you want to higher the chances of being able to hit this along with your level 2 non-tuners, which is huge. And then of course you have your non-tuners, right? You have your Caligos. This card, oh dude, this card's so fun. This card's so good. There's a play against, it was round 5 against Harrison. It's in Dragon Link. I had to like base my play off of the luck of the draw, because I had like, this was my only chance, because like I had a particular hand that relied on tactics getting me something. Because like I knew that I have to trade off 1 for 1 with all of the cards he had. He had set judgment, set tiding, seals, and savage will determine whether I win or not. And it drew me this while I had a junk on field, and I still hadn't gotten speeder yet. And it was just insane. It was just so good. Doppel is just amazing. It just allows you to play post Nibiru, which is huge. This is like something really big for the deck. Then of course you have your converter, just consistency. It's silent mining for synchrons. You discard itself in a tuner, and you add a synchron from your deck. And then if you synchro someone with this, you can revive a tuner, which is huge. And this one, if you synchro someone with him, you get 2 doppel tokens level 1, which is quite important to your combo. And then Librarian being able to generate so many resources. And then of course you have your Garnets, ones you don't really want to draw, but they're there. I drew this card so many freaking times, man. So many freaking times. It's so annoying, man. So annoying. And then of course your Cyber Synchron. This card's amazing. So basically, this is there for the illumination dump. Like the moment you summon Starter Synchron, search Illumination. Illumination sends this. So it gives you a play post Nibiru, assuming you kept this in hand, which is big. It's really, really big. And then of course you have your consistency cards, right? You have your Rhodas, your tunings. Searches a synchron tuner and then mills the top card of your deck, which is cool. Sometimes you mill a level 2 or lower, so it's a 1 card speeder with junk synchron. And then this card once again. This was released in Dawn of Majesty. I can't. By now, a lot of us are well aware of how good this card is. This card just helps so much, man. This card's amazing. Basically, it's you can add or special from deck, add or special from grave. It's you reveal a junk or a synchro monster that has a synchro as a material, and then you special that material. So in our case, we just summon junk or add junk. Then of course you have Triple Tactics. This card was amazing all day. This is like it won me so many games. The draw effect, the look at their hand effect, amazing. It's just so good. Like it's perfect. And this is the last minute change. I was main decking Dark Wheeler. This card was huge because like most of the time, like 1 imperm cannot cover the entire board that your opponent might have. Like you can imperm them, stop them like partially, like because like you don't want to let them completely go unhindered, right? But then this just closes off everything else that they might have pushed through past that 1 imperm. Like sometimes they have you imperm at one point, and then they can end on 2 interactions, and it's like, oh well, if I top deck another imperm, it's not gonna really deal with 2. So this just deals with the entire board, which is insane. And like if you go first, you don't really mind it. You can discard it for Chaos Ruler. For Walker. It's not so bad. Yeah, this card was amazing. It's really good. And then of course you have your one-ofs. You have your Rhoda, Illumination, Midbreaker. This card, so many imperms going around right now. It's just so crucial. And then going second is not bad as well. It stops blackout. It stops fog blades. It stops synchro, the sword synchro. Like, it stops that. It's huge. Stops IDP, DPE. They're forced to pop this and then having to turn on their fog blades, which is nice. Call of the Grave. This is a bit iffy. Like, the only reason I kept it in is because of Droll and Shifter, but like I didn't really face any of those decks, so it was because like I don't know. It just seems like the cards we lose to, this doesn't cover, so it's a bit. And then of course you have the one droplet. The reason I play it because I pulled it. It's the only reason why. It's going to get 3 secrets. Then of course your Reborn, one of the best extenders. Oh man, this card's just so good. Allows you to trigger doppel. Perfect. And then of course you have your triple only hand trap apart from the board breaking going second. Imperm, because it's good going first or second. You can imperm. It's mainly to imperm at Palusas or imperm Proto, because Proto's annoying. That was my only loss yesterday. It went 5-1. Oh my god, Protoss. It's pretty bad. Because there was an error in one of my deck lists. Because I was contemplating on what to. I'll explain it a bit. Okay, so the site. This is the error. This was meant to be nibs. Because I was contemplating with my friend over Discord, Vito, and we're talking about, okay, what should I slide, you know? And then we're going over the how the deck loses and stuff. And I was like, okay, well, I mean, this covers most of the meta, right? It stops the little scythe combo. It's good going second, just stopping a lot of things like the Baroness, DPE, you know, like a lot of those things. But then we ended up deciding that this was meant to be nib. And then I print screened two deck lists. One of them was with this, one of them was nib. And I emailed the store because we had to email them at midnight. And I didn't realize till like right when the event was about to start. I was like, oh, which one did I send? Because I had to like remember, like, oh, frick. So they quickly changed my list because like, okay, I you know, you be caught cheating, it'd be a game loss. So I had to change it, and I'm not gonna be, oh, you know, can I change it real quick because you're getting not allowed. But yeah, that was pretty bad. I mean, it did okay. It was okay, but if this was nib, it would have been way better. Because so many times I had these two cards together, and that would have just ended turns like easily. Like against Dragon Links, against Sword Soul deck, it would just, yeah, it would have been way better. Like just way better. And then of course Twister, because back row is annoying. Like before, I didn't really have anything for back row apart from just the evenlies and reboots, but like just being able to just side deck so heavily versus the back row matchups, it just makes it really free because they don't really have any hand traps. You just get rid of the back row. You know you're gonna be steering to clear unless they have like a main deck nib or like Ash, or you know. But then you can play around one Ash. But their main high impact interactions are the back row. So being able to just to clear that, it's just, it eases your mind like so much. Duster, reboot right when you go second. Then of course you have like your other cards when you know you on first, right? Order, triple judgment to stop the dark rulers and the droplets. Then of course when you go second as well, evenly and dark ruler, amazing. A lot of you are asking me, or like constantly asking me, how do you slide? Well, it depends on the matchup, right? So let's say if you're going first, sometimes you just take out these and replace it for this, right? Because like, you know, and then same thing with this, like you can take these out. These are the cards you mainly like you toy around with, because the impermanent is not that great versus some matchups. You just rather have solemns and keep your consistency, or vice versa. Like sometimes you like don't really need the tunings, sometimes you don't need the tactics, and then the tunings as well. This is like basically all you touch. You leave everything intact apart from that, right? Because this is just, you need to play this. But like you mess around with this, any of this, depending on the matchup, right? Depending on how consistent their deck is, you keep this because you know that their deck is not as consistent. So the more consistency you have, the better you're better off. So you keep those in. And then if they're not really having any hand traps or whatever, like nothing buildable, so you take these out. Same thing with this ones. It just depends. You gotta gauge to see what the matchup is. And that's the side deck. And then we go to the extra deck. Okay, so we go to Setup Warrior, amazing. Hot Red Dragon Arch from the Abyss, Neck and Neck. And then we have Chaos Ruler, one of the best basically plot of prosperity for our deck. Omega, this is meant to be our nest, be a Baroness, but I still can't get a hold of one. It's hard, man. It's hard to get them right now. And then Dragster, it did okay. This is the only one I was contemplating on whether to play Shen or to play something else, or but it did okay. It did its job. Source Charge, Hyper Librarian. This separates this particular combo deck versus any other combo deck, because you build your board and you draw into your interactions, which is huge. It just doesn't lose to Droplets or Dark Wheeler. Junk Warrior for the overtake, Junk Speeder MVP, and then of course you have your Excel Synchron. This guy's so cool. And then of course you have, of course, Herald. This card is an MVP, man. It's always good. It's so good right now. Cupid Pitch, Meta Marcher, and Celestial Double Charge Shaman. If these two were out of the picture, the deck would be as good. This gives you so much versatility. It's just insane. And then of course you have your double tokens. It's perfect. So cool. If you want any of these made, the link is in the description. Go ahead and use my promo code and get 10% off, which is pretty cool. But yeah, nonetheless, that's basically the list. There was 6 rounds. What did I play against? It was 2 Dragon Link, 2 Sword Soul, 2 Dragon Link Heroes, and a PK. Yeah. I lost to one of the Sword Souls round 1 because of Protos, freaking Hayden. And that's the hand I had Chalice and Imperm. If that was a nib, I would have been way better. But yeah, that's what happens. You make a mistake, but it's okay. It's fine. The deck functioned pretty well. This card, so good. But yeah, dude, that's pretty crazy. That's basically gonna be it. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. Like, subscribe if you haven't, and thanks for watching.